What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Interesting little battle cry or declaration of war from the Daily Wire against YouTube last night in a long tweet thread from the CEO of Daily Wire, Jeremy Boring. He lays out their multiple bannings, strikes, removals of videos, and it's an interesting conversation to have because, ultimately, I believe that the future of content creation is not on YouTube, and that it is in, alternatives to YouTube. Certainly, I have my favorites, but YouTube will always be a thing. That's undeniable. But what needs to happen is there needs to be chunks taken out of their monopoly. Twitter's trying to do that by saying, "Hey, we're not going to ban anybody." But the fact of the matter is, Twitter generates no ad revenue for content creators. Therefore, it will not be enticing to them unless they are convinced that they can demand $5 a month from their viewers in exchange for their videos, which some people can, especially well-researched and like long-form videos and things like that, like a Patreon. But so many content creators are already doing that, whether it's Patreon, Subscribestar, YouTube memberships, or whatever. So I'm not sure how viable Twitter is until they get ad share or some sort of thing like that. Rumble continues to be ignored by Daily Wire, I think, for a bizarre reason. Like, a lot of people, they complain about Rumble's UI, which I think is valid. I think it needs to get way better. But there are other alternatives out there. But what's interesting now is Jeremy Boring has said that they've placed their fingers on the scale. By the way, good news, everybody. You're only going to have to hear about my Father's Day gift boxes for one more day. As Wednesday is the last possible day to order your Father's Day gift box. We have several pre-mades ready to go, as well as the option still to customize your own. If you know what kind of coffee, tea, or cocoa your dad wants, promo code DAD, we'll get it there, we'll get it done, we'll get the beans roasted, we'll get it to you in time for Father's Day, but you have to order before Wednesday. So make sure you follow the link in the description and pick up your order today. And Father's Day will be good. And dads who are watching, send the link to your kids or wife or friends. I would really appreciate that. And I know you will too, because you're going to love our product. It's not some drop shipped garbage. It's we control the process from soup to nuts. Daily Wire's co-CEO Jeremy Boring called out YouTube in a Twitter thread on Sunday, revealing a series of quote violations levied at his company shows that casts a betrayal of the video platform's stated commitment to open debate. In just the last 90 days, Boring said accounts associated with the Daily Wire have received 104 violations for hateful and derogatory content, mainly directed at commentary around trans issues. There have been more than 200 violations in the past few months. Now, what I'm curious about here is, if you get a hateful speech, I don't know what he means violation. It's not a strike because he would almost certainly, Daily Wire would long be banned from YouTube. The only thing that he could possibly be talking about is videos getting demonetized, which is not a violation. Just for clarity's sake. Now, if they receive 200 strikes and are still on the platform, I want to know what kind of program they're on. Penalties include Walsh being demonetized last month, Owens and Knowles being suspended for 7 days after receiving second strike, so they're close to getting banned, actually, and Peterson getting his first strike, although Peterson got the warning, not an actual strike. 3 strikes in 90 days, and an account gets deleted, Boring noted. Everyone knew the truth then, just like they do now. Men are not women, Boring said. YouTube only does more damage the longer it keeps its finger on the scales. The Daily Wire is taking a firm line against the trans craze, especially when it comes to minors, blah, blah, blah. During the discussions with YouTube, Boring said the video platform's policy team claims they want to be a place where we can debate the issue, but virtually every time we discuss it, we receive these violations. And again, I think they are just being demonetized. They are not strikes or violations. Now, Candace did get a strike, and Michael Knowles did get a strike, and Jordan Peterson got a warning. But these are not 200 violations. YouTube has a broad audience. Over 25% of the US population gets their news from the platform. The Daily Wire is one of the largest news brands in that space, Boring said. To highlight that reach, Boring said the Daily Wire associated accounts have over 157 million views on YouTube last week. Wow. It's incredible. Which equates to well over 20 million views a day. Though Boring predicted that YouTube will eventually come around on the trans debate like it did on other social media platforms did with the COOF, a reversal might come too late. Here we are on the verge of losing access to the platform, he warned. Sharing a screenshot from a YouTube blog post that touts open political discourse being core to the functioning democratic society, Boring questioned whether the platform is being too beholden to other powers for unfettered debate. He highlighted large shareholders in Alphabet Inc., the parent company of YouTube and Google, specifically tagging the Vanguard Group and BlackRock. YouTube will have to, quote, check with them, Boring quipped. YouTube did not immediately return a request seeking comment from the thread. Daily Wire has positioned itself as a champion of free speech, challenging social media companies not to suppress the discussion of ideas, particularly in the debate over trans stuff, but has become an uphill battle in some spheres. This struggle took center stage on Twitter a little more than a week ago. We saw everything going on with their, what is a woman shenanigans. Now, I'll say this. To me, it seems extraordinarily unlikely that the Daily Wire would get banned from YouTube, but not impossible. Certainly an individual content creator, Candace in particular, who's on a second strike. If Candace got a third strike in the next how many weeks, 2 weeks, she'd actually be banned from the platform. You see, Candace Owens reveals globally sanctioned lie that led to YouTube suspension. Daily Wire podcast host Candace Owens announced on Sunday that YouTube suspended her account because of her commentary about trans issues. In an Instagram video, Owens said that YouTube imposed a temporary ban. I wonder if everyone's getting 20% pay cuts. Temporary ban on her channel, and said the lockdown was a result of her reviews of videos in which she refers to trans identifying people by their biological categorization and showcases people who have expressed remorse over undergoing surgeries. Owens blames YouTube's very opaque policies for multiple strikes against her account and noted a suspension could last a week or more. YouTube's crackdown is a symptom of the latest globally sanctioned lie centered on gender ideology, Owens said. Previous cases of narrative driving falsehood centered around BLM and the COOF, but gender ideology is particularly insidious because it targets kids, Owens added. A post Owens made to Twitter summarized what she talked about on Instagram. Refusing to back down, Owens said she believes truth tellers will be vindicated in the end. In the meantime, Owens says she will make more announcement this week. In the coming week, will continue to post videos of her show to Twitter, where the host said Elon Musk appears to be open to allowing speech and debate. Now, I agree. I think that they probably have a slightly better chance posting to Twitter. How does the average, content creator monetize that? And, a lot of people roll their eyes about, the monetization stuff. I mean, even me, I'm a decent sized creator. I have other ways to monetize. I have my coffee company. I have my merch. I have hats. I have, this kind of stuff. But most people who are just starting out or who are just getting going, they don't have other ways to monetize. So posting videos to Twitter isn't exactly attractive to them. So Twitter's got to figure out their monetization. Rumble, however, has monetization. But for whatever reason, Daily Wire just continues to talk about how, it's a black hole and that's not important. I understand why. I think Matt Walsh said it was, we won't be relegated to obscurity when referring to Rumble and things like that. I get it that Rumble is still, largely people that will agree with the Daily Wire, but the more promotion we can all do to promote Rumble and take that hit, we make less money on Rumble, but it's a place that you're going to be safe. How much money you're going to make when your channel's completely demonetized, Matt, or banned, Candace. Owens is not alone in being penalized by YouTube. The Daily Wire has taken a firm line against trans stuff, especially when it comes to minors. CEO Jeremy Boring announced Sunday that a number of accounts associated with the company received 104 violations for hateful and derogatory content. Again, I think he's talking about being demonetized on a particular video, clearly directed at commentary around trans issues. I think that the trigger issue for YouTube, if I understand it, is when you deliberately misgender people. I think that is general. Now, are the Indian people that are reviewing 10 seconds of their YouTube videos, are they figuring that out? I don't know. But it is possible that the Daily Wire has to live by a different standard as the rest of us because they're so large. I mean, that is certainly possible. When you're that big, there are certain benefits, like, to being able to talk to somebody at YouTube. I mean, I have 1.5 million subscribers. I don't have anyone I can talk to at YouTube. When you're that big, you have someone you can talk to at YouTube. But beyond Owens' page, by the way, Matt Walsh, Shapiro, Michael Knowles, Andrew Klavan, Brett Cooper, and Jordan Peterson all have received violations, Boring said. Penalties include Walsh being demonetized last month, Owens and Knowles being suspended for 7 days, and Peterson getting his first strike. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. The Daily Wire successfully bullied Elon Musk into, firing people and getting their videos put out there. Can they successfully go after YouTube as well and pressure YouTube? I mean, that would be very impressive. That would be, even as somebody who supports all tech, a huge win for everybody. And we would all benefit from that. Certainly I would benefit from it as well. Having, more videos get monetized, means less ad reads, less coffee ads, things like that. So, I wish them the best of luck. It'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. Wednesday is the last day you can get your Father's Day gift box from Coffee Brand Coffee. So make sure you get that order in today. Promo code DAD will save you 10%, and we'll talk to you again real soon.